I ask for the truth on behalf of Jane Court concerning that which is significant in her life right now. And I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the crow, the carrier of souls from darkness into light. And we cut the tarot there, the crow's magic tarot we cut for you there, Jane. And we then place the cards over here to the side. And we'll deal out 3 cards. In a timeline, I suppose a bit like this, that and the other, it's beginning, middle and end. In this case it's past, then present, and then future. The past is the recent past. Around about a month or so ago, about 3 to 4 weeks or so ago, I would say a moon phase behind, whereas the immediate future is a moon phase ahead. So, of course, Jane Court in the middle there. Now, I don't normally read for people in this situation where there is no specific question. Help me, but I'm not going to say what I want help with. I don't normally do this one, but I just thought, well, I've seen it there. I thought, well, it looks about what's it. I don't know what's going on here, but there's something pulling me toward it there. I don't know. Let's just see what's been going on with you there, Jane, just to see why you're asking for this reading, or let's just at least see what's most significant, what's most important that needs dealing with. If it does, curiosity killed the cat. So, of course, when you ask no question, remember, I am here to provide the answer to the question you don't want to answer. You don't want to ask. So, unfortunately, it is now time to reveal that card. And we just slowly rotate it there to slowly flip it. And notice there you have the Ten of Swords. Crowley often, now the Ten of Wands actually, Crowley calls it the Ten of Wands, the Lord of Oppression. It's got a Leo energy attached to it there. Wands is to do with the element of fire. Wands is to do with the element of fire, isn't it? Spiritual essence. And of course the 10 is the physical vehicle, which is to do with earth. So you could say the earthly part of fire, or the physical vehicle of spiritual essence there. What's going on here? Well, of course, the Lord of Oppression, literally in that sense. A feeling of being got at, a feeling of being bullied maybe in some respects, but certainly you've been very tormented over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. I don't know what this is about, but certainly been very miserable. I don't honestly don't know what caused this at all. Is it a relationship thing? Is it a career thing? Is it a money thing? What is it? What's causing this? Let's try and delve further in. We'll try on some runes in a bit and see if that can give us a clue into what that's about. Right now, of course, you've got the Queen of Wands, more fire. The Queen of Wands, of course, she's the watery part of fire. She's intuitive, of course, she's a spider. Spider is a creativity, of course, as you know. Maybe attention to detail. You've got to be a bit more meticulous and a bit patient at the moment, of course. Whilst you're there, spin your web, wait for whatever prey comes your way. Of course, it's to do with planning, and it's to do with calculating, some theorising something, working something out here. You've got to work it out now, Jane, because whatever this was, whoever it was that got at you with the energy of the ten of Wands, whatever that energy was that was getting at you, whatever was tormenting you, really did get at you, and it's time to plan a way out of course, planning always usually does help, doesn't it? Instead of just a quick snap reaction. Yes, my karate master did say the best form of self-defense is to run like hell, but not necessarily. You've got to use your head, haven't you? Let's just see what the immediate future is in store for you there. What's going on here? You've got the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, often that's referred to as the wish card, isn't it? It's to do with desires and wishes. 9 is the peak of magic. Any number between 4 and 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, of course, is to do with the element of water. So it's the watery part of, but in this case it's water, because it's cups, isn't it? Emotional, an emotional peak, I suppose you could say, to some degree, although not the Lord of Satiety in the form of the 10 of Cups, but nevertheless, yes, there could be an emotional challenge with the 8 of Cups, but here with the 9 of Cups, this is more to do with, I often call this card, I've called it before today actually, I often call this card the O if only card. The O if what if only card. If only this, if only that. And you'll be finding yourself in a position from an emotional point of view where you'll be saying, if only this was that, or if only I could win on the lottery, or if only he hadn't left me, or if only I hadn't have chosen him in the first place, or if only whatever it is. If only I hadn't picked them as friends because they've been bullying me. But whatever it is, something's been getting at you. I would hazard a guess, don't want to, but I will hazard a guess anyway. Just take an educated guess. Based upon the energy that's here and the cards, I would hazard a guess that there may have been some form of sort of domestic violence or abuse, or if not domestic violence, certainly some sort of abuse where somebody's been bullying you and really ramming home for some reason or other. But nevertheless, you're calculating it, you're working it out, you're casting a I was going to say casting a spell then, but you're spinning a web and you're planning pragmatically, and that's the main thing. Theorising, working out this plan A, plan B. If this goes wrong, what happens do I do then? And of course, have a backup plan, and that's the main thing. And of course, yes, you will be in a situation of if only it had have turned out differently. But for the next month or so, that will be around about February-ish. Of course, what happens around March, I don't know. This is now where we just want to pull out the runes, and I want to just see wherever I've put them. Then over here again where I put them back. I put them back where I normally put them, and because I don't normally put them back, can't find them because I've put them back again. Anyway, they're back here again. Let's now just pull out some runes here. Not cast them forward as you normally do with a rune cast, but we'll just draw some runes, as you would say. And we'll just place one on each card. Let's just have a look at this recent past where there's been this abuse or this torment, where you've been there's this misery that's recently taken place. Yes, there is as there the thorn, as you'd say, or sometimes there's also Thor's hammer as well. But in this case, excessive energy can be anger. Yes, definitely. That's that is violence. That, isn't it, in some form or other. Even if it's just hard, violent words. That's violation or violence in some way, shape or form. I didn't want to really say that, really. That's thing, but nevertheless, you've got can. Can is there. Notice, of course, of the plans afoot, and can, or the torch. A bit like when you put a sort of a poker, a fire poker into the fire, and then it gets and starts to glow, doesn't it? It comes to light. And that's what can is about, in the sense of it's things coming to light, things starting to glow, things coming to light and being realised, as you would say. And with your plans being realised, and whether your theories or whatever, providing you always have a backup plan. Now is the time to do something, because you've got these are all minor arcana cards. Yes, you could have changed it, you could have said no in the past, but now you can say no through planning, and of course, well, if only. What is in the if only in the wish card? What would be wished for, or what would be energising those wishes? Manners in the sense of, yes, something civilised, in the sense of yes, something kindness civilised, something a bit better. Yes, if only people were nicer to me, if only I could find nicer friends, if only I could find myself a decent boyfriend who didn't do as this other one did. It's this sort of thing, isn't it? If only I could find somebody with a bit more, mankind with a bit more humanity attached. And it looks as though, with a wish for humanity, be careful what you wish for, you'll get it. In this case, I think you just might find somebody with a bit more humanity about them. That's what comes to light, because they'll see somebody who can plan, somebody who can calculate, and somebody who can get themselves out of a mess regardless. But what got you into it? This is the question, isn't it? Can we avoid the thing, the pattern, or whatever it is that got you into this mess in the first place? But either way, whatever happens, something a bit more civilised, something a bit more humane, something a bit more compassion is due. Yes, the wish card, if only I'd have had this compassion before, but it's here now. And that's where you'll be, sort of like February, sort of February-ish, March-ish, as you would say, around about then. And that is basically as far as we can go with this, and as far as I think we should go, because this is, of course, getting personal, isn't it? So with that, I think we will gather up the runes, and we say blessed be to Odin for the magic that has been provided, for the insight and the guidance. And we also say blessed be to the crow, the carrier of souls, from darkness into the light. For now, Jane, these cards have spoken.